just learned. So the word that we were asked was the tusk of a male elephant. So the tusk of the elephant or the ivory piece. So it's called ngà shang.
งาช้างเพราะ
Plot.
So it
ครับ
has to be. Kun
เพราะ
Berm
อา
said it
เจียง
also have to be long ending sound. So it's not a short sound. It's a long sound.
Plot.
So plot
Plot.
that. And well, when you know about the tusk of the elephant, then you have put you. I questioned myself what would be the female version tush. So the tush, kanai shang.
ขนายขนาย
So oh, that's easy to remember.
สั้นลงหน่อยหนึ่ง
Kanai,
Can I?
ขนายขนายอาเจียง
kanai ajiang.
Ajia. Never forget Ajia.
So this is actually a very similar word that is actually to the plain Thai. The plain Thai would be kanai, which is the higher sound, the tonal higher sound, and the Suay one is kanai, which is lower sound, deeper sound over here.
I wonder who borrowed which word. Whether it started
I wonder.
We have to get a linguist to tell us.
Someone has to really study this in the,
Yes,
I
properly,
guess,
rather than
in detail in that way. So we actually know that also the tusk and the tush are also teeth of the elephants. So they're parts. So the tusk or the tush of the elephants are inside the teeth or the front teeth that we have in front, which is the bunny teeth that we have. And the normal word for tooth is fan chang.
ฟันช้างกระแนง
So
กะแนง
กะแนง
Kaneng.
กระแนง
Neng.
กระแนง
Kaneng.
กอไก่ใช่ไหมคะ
ใช่
กอไก่
ลองพูดช้าๆแล้วก็พูดเร็วๆกะแนงแล้วกระแนง
so กะแนง
Kaneng. Kaneng.
กระแนง
มีงองูด้วยมีงองู
Kaneng. Isn't that a herb in Thai?
แนง
แนง
No, maybe.
no it sounds like a soup well a curry in
Oh,
Thai
yeah.
พะแนงพะแนง Paneng.
Okay.
So
that's,
this
that's
one
the
is-
tooth.
yep that's
Kaneng.
so กะแนง for the tooth of the
Kaneng.
elephant
How do you say
Kaneng
my
Ajia.
tooth hurts?
ถ้าพูดว่าฟันปวดฟัน
อีกระแนง
อี
อีอ่า
E.
อีก็คือเจ็บ ปวด
Okay. E. Kaneng. Okay. It doesn't, but I'm just learning. It's good to know. It's a useful phrase.
useful phrase yeah
อ่าใช่
ถ้าอีคือเจ็บ
แล้วอีกระแนงแล้วตอนเมื่อวานที่เรียกว่ามะอีโบมะอีน้อย
มันก็คำหนึ่งก็มีความหมายออกไปหลาย
มัน
Like,
ขึ้นอยู่กับ
uh,
ออเดอร์ไง
ขึ้นอยู่กับ
That
การ
depends. So that
Ah.
so yesterday I think yesterday we talked about how would you call the mahouts of a certain elephant. Do you we know that by culture you don't call them by name because this is actually a practice so that when they go into the forest they don't really have to refer to the person's name, else the bad spirit of the forest or the spirit of the forest would hide them or take them back with them. So they refer to the mahouts as the mahout is คำที่เรียกควานเรียกว่า
มะ
so they're called so the mahouts will be called ma and then it will be followed with the name of the elephant which is usually is in สำหรับพี่เบิ้มก็จะเรียกว่าม
ะมะ
ก็มะโบใช่ไหมคะ
ไม่เมื่อวานอะมะอีโบ
มะอีโบ
อ่า
มะอีทองเออ
ทำไมถึงมีอีอะมันเป็นคำหยาบ
มันถ้าพูดถ้าเป็นภาษาสวยมันก็ไม่ใช่เหมือนภาษาอันนี้ภาษาไทย
so usually in normal Thai you don't call a person
Yeah.
e in front especially to ladies or usually it's a derogatory or not derogatory word
Yes.
for female. You don't call someone E for no reason because it would be just like the
Or at all.
B word. It's like a B word,
Oh, right, okay.
pretty much. So it's kind of strange to see that
the second
in
one of
the
those I've
other
learned
in the other language, you
Yeah.
actually can use this as sort of like a normal word
Yep.
that you could call it. So for the mahouts of Bo or Pibum or refer to Kunbum, they would be called Ma Ibo.
But then
For
what's the
Berm.
difference between E and
Yeah.
hurt?
Exactly. So there is actually, so he also said that one word can also have a
Yeah,
different
several
meaning,
meanings.
several meanings,
Yeah.
just like I think in English and in Thai. And it depends on the context that you're using within a sentence or within a phrase that actually would distinguish what you mean or what you're trying to say as well.
Yep, makes sense.
So
แบบแป๊บนึงแล้วอีโบอย่างเดียวมี เป็นคำหยาบไหมในภาษาสุรินทร์หรือว่าอีที่อยู่หน้าคำว่าอีโบเนี่ยมันแปลว่าอะไร
ก็เหมือนใช้คำนำหน้าเรียกแบบคือเขาแต่บางคือแต่มันถ้าเรียกใช้เรียกกับคนอ่ะมันก็ไม่เพราะ
อืมอืม
อืมแต่นี่เราใช้กับแค่กับช้าง
เหมือนเรียกว่า
กับ
เจ้าโบอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเหมือนแบบ
อ่า
ถ้าเป็นภาษาไทยจะแบบก็มันก็ไม่ถึงว่าคุณโบเหมือนเจ้าโบ คุณโบคุณโบค่ะ so คุณอู had actually asked whether if she just said the word the name of the elephant but used e in front does that has a derogatory context within the Suay language and Kun Berm said no it doesn't but for us that use normal Thai in a daily on a daily basis that just sounds a little bit harsh to call an elephant like that. I do it sometimes though because
Yeah, but
it's just
because,
I just
Yeah.
caught up.
Now we have a lot of Thai guests who come here and then sometimes they have the same name with elephant.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they call
Oh,
Yeah.
that is true.
But even then, they also think they have that, and then they also worry that the elephants, the mahouts, are not respecting the elephant. They mistake it for
Right.
disrespect with the elephant, which is something that that unsettles people. They think they're being rude to their elephant and calling their elephant, if you like, a bitch, when in fact, or just
Beep.
just for fun playing around.
It is not for kids, okay?
Bitch is a female dog. It's
Yes, it
it's
is.
not
Yes,
a,
it
not a-
is.
not a swear word.
Yes, it is.
But they're calling their elephants. They're being rude or very rudely informal with their elephant when in fact they're not. So we need to explain. That needs to be explained to
Good
our
to know
guests.
this.
And even worse when the guest has the same name as an elephant. They think they're being rude to them.
Yeah, so we have seen some look back from the guests like, what, you called me? What happened? Did I do something? How do you know my name? Kind of thing. We were like, sorry, not for you, not for you. So, well, I guess with talking along, we also have to talk about what is the mouth called for the elephant. ปากเรียกว่าอะไรคะ
ปากกล้อย
so กล้อย
กล้อย
Gly.
so กล้อย
ใช่
so
คุณ
there
จอนพูด
is there
ถู
is
กอะ
มีคำควบ
กล้อย
กำ
กล้อยอาเจียง
Gly. Yeah.
กล้อยอาเจียงนะคะกล้อยอาเจียง so that's the word for the mouth then we look at the legs of the elephant ขาเรียกว่าอะไร
ยิง
Ying.
ยิง
Ying.
ยิง so
Ying
it's
อาเจียง
longer not the word shoot in Thai the word shoot to shoot with a gun or an arrow is ying
Ying.
which is short but for the legs of the elephant is ying
Ying.
so it's I
Ying.
guess a double e or double
Okay.
I depending on the context that you would use so that is the legs of the elephant that we have then for the legs of the elephant so you'd say ying a jiang
ยิงอาเจียง
Or
then of course the
if I've been for a
elephant
run, you'd say Yi Ying.
อียิงเจ็บขา
oh
Okay.
ying
So
oh
I language.
we have
Now
some
I've just learned
compound
that.
wording
Now I know.
compound
I
phrase
mean,
guys
you know I'm the one that gets hurt around here quite a lot. Quite a good idea to tell.
knock
to
on
be
the
able
wood
to
for us
explain- exactly,
somewhere please
to
please
explain
knock on the wood
What hurts.
all right so those are the things but we also know that well for the elephant they're not just a flat kind of pictures like kind of like this but they have depth to them and they're basically a 3D object so you have to think about so what is the word for the direction that you would need to tell the elephant to tell the different part apart so things like even for say left and right so ถ้าเป็นข้างซ้ายเรียกว่า
ยิงแปะ
so for left is แปะ
Ying.
Long.
Yeah. Ying Pet.
ลองออกเสียงยาวๆดู
อุ้ยโทษค่ะยังไง
ออก
นะ
ออก
คะ
เสียงให้ยาวกว่านี้นิดนึง
Chi
ยิ
Pet.
ง
Chi Pet.
ยิง
ยิง
I know, but I'm just trying. Just now, I'm going to go.
Ying
Say,
Pet.
how do you say go left?
ถ้าบอกว่าไปทางซ้าย
Chi.
เบนแปะ
bend is
Ben.
เลี้ยว
Ben.
ใช่ไหม
Okay.
อ่ะ
Okay.
so bend is the word for turn
Okay.
so you would say
เบนแปะ
Okay. Okay.
ไม่ใช่แปะไม่ใช่แปะ
แปะ
แบบแปะแปะเป็นแปะแบบลุงปะหรือว่า
ไม่
เป็น
ไม่
แปะ
ออกเสียง
แบบ
ยาวย
าว
กว่านี้หน่อย
ๆ
So
อ๋อ
Ben is how's that say? Ben side Ben quat was always the command we used to give to all of them.
เบนเป็นภาษาสวยว่าเลี้ยวอยู่แล้วปะ
ก็ใช้กับช้างกับเบน
ถ้าสมมติพี่ขับรถมอเตอร์ไซค์ออกไปแล้วพี่บอกเลี้ยวซ้ายพี่จะพูดว่าเบนปะ
ไม่
อ้าว
เรา
จ
พู
ริ
ด
งเหรอ
เราพูดเลี้ยว แต่ถ้าเราขี่ช้าง
อ่ะ
ถ้าเราขี่ช้างเราต้องใช้คำว่าเบน
Yeah.
ฮะ
So it's for riding elephants only, which is Ben. Ben is a term we use for all elephants.
for all elephant. But in Thai, also the word bend also mean to turn or
Oh,
to
okay.
twist
Oh, right.
in
really?
that certain
Okay.
direction.
Okay, so maybe it's just the
So
same
maybe
language.
it's just the same,
People have lived.
or it has the same root.
Live-
Or,
People don't use
but
bend
you
as
don't
a
you
normal
don't use
language.
them.
No, I've
You
only
don't
ever heard
use
it with
them.
elephant.
Yeah, no.
I well sometimes you said เหมือน the word
hang
คำ
around
ว่า
with
เหมือน
elephants
คำว่าเบี่ยงเบนอะที่มันจะเป็น deviate off of something.
Okay.
But yeah, but it's not a, I mean, bend itself is not a
Yeah.
It's not like
really Thai
it's
language
not
that
a
people
normal
use.
Thai. You won't. It's not a common Thai word, but you could say it in like a period drama or like an older. I guess
Okay.
you would probably
okay,
say
yeah,
that.
so there we go.
So that's probably you probably would say that as well. So
Fair enough.
left is แปะ
Sorry.
So the right ข้างขวา
ต
ต
ำต
Tam.
ำนี่จะง่ายหน่อยตำ
ำแบบ
สั้น
ส้มต
ๆอ่า
Tam.
ต
Tam.
ำ So if you want to say left eyes, what would you say, John?
Oh no.
Mat,
Mat is it?
Yes.
Mat.
mat back.
Mat tam. Mat pe. Mat pe. Yeah, we left. Sorry, wrong.
ำมัด
tam.
แปะมัดต
Mat tam.
So ตำ So
Correct.
so
Sorry.
left is แปะ
I thought it was getting my
and
left
right
and right
is
mixed.
ต
Tam.
ำ for that.
That
Left
is,
and
of
right.
course, Thai.
Yep. So that's one word. And then you also would have to think of front and the back of the elephant. ถ้าเป็นข้างหน้าเรียกว่าอะไรคะ
ำมะเนะ
มะแนะ
Mane.
ครับ
Mane.
มันแน่ไม่ใช่มันนี่ใช่ไหม
มะเนะ
มะแนะ มะแนะ So มะแนะ is front. So if you want to say front leg, what would you say, Kun John?
Oh no.
So leg is ying.
Yeah. Ying mane.
Yes.
Achiang.
ยิงมะเนะอาเจียง
Achiang.
ถ้าพูดว่าขาหน้าซ้ายอะจะบอกว่าเป็นแป๊กยิงแปะ
ต้อง
มะ
ต้อง
แนะ
ขึ้นว่า
อย่งเงี้ยเหรอ
ขาก่อน
อ๋อต้องพูดว่าค่ะ ยิง
ยิงแล้วก็
ยิงแปะ
ซ้ายก่อนเหรอหรือไง หรือหน้าก่
ยิ
อน
ง
ขา
ยิง
ก่อน
แปะอาเจียง
So
I remember yesterday that you said in this language it will like direct like in Thai it doesn't like แปะยิง like that is English way but Thai is ขาซ้าย so ยิง have to come first and then ซ้าย come later
ก็ขาหน้าซ้ายถูกไหม เอ้ย
โอ้
ไม่
จะเอา
นี่
ขา
ไม่
ห
ใช่
น้า
ดิ
ขาหลังคือ
ไม่ก็แบบไม่ก็สงสัยไงว่าแบบแล้วเราจะเรียงยังไงให้ถูก because I think in English there's a certain order that you have to go through right like something big small colors like size
There
I don't
is,
remember
but
I
you-
actually
the-
don't
No,
remember
I don't
them
know. It just happens naturally.
yeah it happens when you read a lot you're just like yeah
Yes.
you have to explain it this way
Exactly.
so it's an order thing yeah เอาใหม่นะคะถ้าเป็นขาหน้าซ้ายจะต้องพูดว่า
ยิงยิงมะเนะเราต้องเรียงเองนะว่า
อ่ะ
มันจะมีคำว่ามะเนะกับแปะใช่ไหม
ใช่
แล้วพูดเอาต้องใช้คำว่าเอาขาขึ้นก่อนคำว่าขาขึ้นก่อน ยิง
ยิง
เอาขาหน้าเนาะ
อ่ะ
ยิงมะเนะแปะอาเจียง
ยิงมาแนะแปะอาเจียง
คือ
so that is the word for the front
Mane.
left
ขา
leg
หน้า
of the
ขา
elephant
หน้า
ขาหน้าซ้า
ซ้าย ย
ของช้าง
เออ
Front leg, left. Front left leg of the elephant. Well, he says it's just the same.
It's
Not-
just, I
no,
think
not
it's the
many.
same yeah ถ้าเราเรียงผิดเป็นไรไหมอ่ะก็
มันก็
พูด
จะ
แปลกๆเข้าใจ
มันก็จะกลับไปหน้อยหนึ่ง
ก็จะกลับไปน้อยนึงโอเค
ก็คือ
so
เราก็
that's
จะ
the
พูด
order
สำเนียงออกเปล่ง
อือฮึ
เพี้ยนไปอีก
ก็จะเพี้ยนค่ะ
ต้อง
โอเค
ต้องเขียนเป็นคำแล้วก็เรียงดู
อืม
แล้วแล้วค่อยหัดเป็นคำแล้วก็ค่อยลองพูดเร็วๆดู มันก็จะคล้องจองกันไปเลย
อ๋อยิงมาแนะแปะอาเจียง
สุดท้ายถูก
แต่ถ้าแบบ แต่ถ้าจะเอาขาหน้าก็ต้องพูดอย่างนี้
ยิงมาแนะอาเจียงเข้าใจละ
ครับ
งั้นเราข้างหลัง so in the back of the elephant หลัง
ข้างหลังกลอย
กลอย
Glory.
เอา
So
กลอย
the-
ปากกับกลอย
so there's so we have two
เอา
words
แบบ
that
เข้า
is
ใจ
very
ง่ายๆนะ
so we do have two words that are sounding very very similar and we have been trying to figure out
Yeah.
whether
They're the
which
same
one of them has the L or which one of them that doesn't have it. So the word for mouth is also gloy, and the word for back is also sound like gloy. So we're gonna have Kun Berm differentiate them for us, and hopefully we'll know.
อ่าปากนี่กลอย
ค่ะ
แต่ถ้าเป็นข้างหลัง
ข้างหลัง
กลอยหังกลอยหรือกลอยก็ได้สั้น
This should be normal to Thai people. This is
It
exactly
sounds the same
this is
to
exactly
me.
how Thai sounds to English people. Many
Sounds
words.
the same to me.
Glai. Anyway, so you
Yeah.
my. So glai and glai. You just got to make sure you point at your mouth when you mean mouth and point at
guess
your
so.
bum when you mean back.
Because to me
Do
it sounds the
humans-
same.
do humans
Does
have
it sound
glide?
the same to you คุณอุ๊
เติม
No, but I cannot.
เติม
I-
เติม
I
เติม
hear
คำหน้า
different
อีก
but-
อย่างหนึ่งก็ได้ถ้าเขาอยากเข้าใจง่ายๆ ก็คือให้มันแยกจากคำว่ากลอยกับกลอย
Yeah, glai and
กับ
glai.
ไอ้กลอยแรกมันจะมีความ
กลอย
ลิ้นโดนลิ้นแต
กลอย
กๆอ่ะ
อ่า
I don't know which is which, but I.
กลอยก็คือ
But the difference is
Bak.
in the O. Whether it's glai or glai.
แต่ถ้าจะแยก
You're good at it actually.
เราแยกก็เป็นเอาเติมคำว่าหังกลอย อันนี้คือข้างหลัง
ฮังคืออะไรอ่ะ
ก็แล้วถ้าเราจะแยกออกไงแยกจากคำว่ากลอย อย่างนี้กลอยมันเป็นคำเดียวแต่ต้องใช้คำเหมือนคำพูดแบบ
กลอย
ต้องใช้ลิ้นอ่ะ
Not
แต่
like-
ถ้าเราอยากเข้าใจง่ายก็เติมคำว่าหังกลอยก็คือข้างหลัง
อ๋อ
Yeah, okay.
แล้วถ้าข้างหน้าจะพูดว่าฮังมาแน่ด้วย
ไม่
ป่ะ
หังมาเนะด้วยก็ได้
อ่าโอเคโอเค
อันนี้จะเข้าใจง่ายกว่า
Oh, okay, so that actually helps. So for the word, so he said that for us, since for us it's quite difficult to differentiate between what is the role of the L in the word for the mouth and the word for the back. So he said that it would be much better if we actually add another prefix, which is the word hang. So if when you said hang, it actually would be sort of like
Tail.
front or back of the elephant. No, มันเหมือนคำว่าข้างหน้ากับข้างหลัง No,
The
good
back
job.
tail, the back tail, not the front tail.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking about Thai because in Thai, for those of you who don't know,
Since
Thai
we talk about this
hang
one,
is
one
tail.
question is how to say go forward and go backward. Go back in Gui.
คำถามคือไปข้างหน้าพูดว่าอะไรคะ
ไปข้างหน้า เราต้องเอาคำว่าไปก่อน
อืม
ไปข้างหน้าคือไปก็คือจี้
gee, that's what I was saying.
จี้
China. China.
China,
China, where are you going?
อ่า
Ah.
Chimane.
จีมาเนะ
ไปข้างหน้า
อันนี้ไปข้างหน้าจีมาเนะ
so คำว่าไปคือ G
ใช่
so G ถ้าไปข้างหน้าก็คือ G มาแนะอ๋อ
So it's
แล้ว
like
ถ้าถอยหลัง
Jeep
ล่ะ
bear.
ถ้าถอยหลัง
จีฮังกลอย
G หังกลอยso the word to go forward to go in either direction is G but you have
Yeah.
to specify which direction you're going so if it's a forward you said
Chimane.
yes and if it's backward is G
Hang gloi.
หังกลอย yep so
And
those
you're
are
not in any danger of saying go in your mouth. So but you can say, could you then say Jeep bear? Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to say
จี
earlier.
แปะ
Yeah, you see, I was trying to show off I knew Jeep.
Oh, okay,
Only word
okay,
I know.
okay. Understand. Okay. You can also set for turning left or turning right. You can also do G pa or G tam
Yeah.
as well.
But probably
for
you
left,
don't have to be
right.
talking to an elephant then. If you're talking to an elephant, you'd say Ben.
Yeah, for an elephant, that's that way. Yep. So those are some of the words that we had been learning from yesterday, and I actually have to add word for the Thai version next week because we are learning extra for the English class.
Actually, it's quite impressed. Like today is more than yesterday. What we learned with words. Like you put words together, not just only one single words that we.
Because we have John, who is a veteran. That's why we have to advance the English class, and the Thai class is going slower, which is not good.
But you already knew the words anyway, so that helps.
So it would actually be a little bit, like that as well. So those are the word lists that we have for today. But any more questions from the YouTube? Anybody over there?
No, but I think again it is interesting, and I think we can still continue do it. The good part that we will learn Mahout language and we be able to understand them.
Yes.
Or explain to the guests that, oh, they're telling the elephant to go forward, kind
Yeah.
of thing. Or to go backward or
Or
stop.
hear
or
their
something.
gossip.
Or
Yes.
hear
That's
their
my main
gossip.
point.
Hopefully we'll learn about the gossip word later. We'll try not to, we are not going to teach you bad word though.
No, not
Even
online.
even though that's the easiest one to learn and everybody
I'm
remember
sure
for
there are no
life.
bad
And
words.
everybody learn for life for that one. But yep, so thank you so much for tuning in for today. ขอบคุณพี่เบิ้มนะคะ แล้วก็ขอบคุณคุณจอห์นนะคะ So thank you so much for tuning in for our YouTube
Ajahn. How do
live
you say
today.
teacher? Ajahn.
Oh.
Guru.
ครู
Clue.
Crew.
Huh?
Right? Clue.
ครู
Clue.
ครู
Clue.
มันครูภาษาไทยเลยเหรอ
ลอลิง
Cool.
นี่
But it's the same, it's still it's guru. It's all the way from
อ่า
Hindi.
แต่คือแบบไม่ต้องชัดเหมือนแบบครูอย่างงี้นะ
Clue.
ครูมันเขาเรียก
cool cool cool
แต่ถ้าคำเขียนก็เป็นเขียนเหมือนภาษาไทย
อ่า
แต่เวลาบางคำพูดที่เขาพูดกันเขาเรียกจะไม่ค่อยแบบออกเป็นรอรอเรือมากไป
ตกลงรอเรือหรือรอลิง
เอาเป็นก็ออกเป็นแค่ไม่เป็น
มัน
รอ
เหมื
เรือ
อน
เย
เป็
อะ
น
ไง
มันเหมือนเป็นลอลิงแต่
อ่า
มันม้วนมากขึ้น so like the word I think it sound like the word clue เหมือนกับ hint อะนึกว่าอะไร clue แปลว่าอะไรอะ จำไม่ได้ภาษาไทยเรียกว่าอะไรคำว่า clue hint อะ
วินทีเชอร์
Guru.
it's okay I'm just going crazy over here
Hey, guru.
ค่ะ so for let's see for next week we actually would be continuing with the elephant language class for the time being unless we find something that we really
And it's
want to
not
tell
the
you
elephant language. It's the
Yes,
people who
the
look after
elephant
it. It's the
people
Mahout
language.
It's the
I'm
Mahout
sorry.
language. There's
The
an elephant
Mahout
language
language.
is something. That's the spirit language. That's something very different.
Yep.
So it's the elephant
ค่ะ
people.
so it's the Suay language that we will be continuing for the next week as well but if you guys have any suggestion or you want like a break from it you can also tell us and suggest topics
Current
because
language.
we really
Yes, we should do
really
Karen as well.
Current language as
oh my so we want to learn we want to give you guys a taste of what the
Yeah.
since we're here in the north we have been having some well Kun U suggest that we actually learn the Karen language as well so we'll probably need a new teacher for that class as well
Right. Guess so.
how many people do we have from the north again
Well, the north of it, we can do.
North is quite northern people a lot, but then current
Yeah.
there is a lot of current Mahouts in the north as well.
Yeah.
So if you want to learn their language, this is a good time. That's all.
well that's probably a good suggestion for
Let's do that next week.
next week
And then we
or
can go back to Pastor Suay the week after if we've got nothing else.
we can always do that but definitely if you guys like what you guys are seeing definitely subscribe to our Facebook page GTAF Helping Elephants John should be back with you guys at 7:30 tomorrow yes
As far as I know, yes. Yep, that's the plan.
so John has confirmed that he will be on for the 7:30 tomorrow the further schedule is going to be posted later today and just keep a tap on that so that we actually and you guys can catch us at some time so usually you'll see John almost daily either in the morning and or afternoon you'll see me Kun U or maybe Kun Bell or maybe Kun Tao around during the week popping in with the Thai language class and for this week next week we actually have professional live stream
We do.
yep so this will be on the personality of the elephants if I remember
Elephants solving problems with personality. I think.
okay so solving problems so elephant solving with personality well
With Lisa?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, with Lisa.
with
Barrett.
Lisa so
Keith
yep
Barrett.
so please you guys if you guys would like to have access for the Zoom online meeting make sure to inbox us if not we'll be posting them on Facebook Live anyway so you guys can catch it live and you can ask question and we'll just zip around to the Facebook to the Zoom as well but thank you so much for tuning in today any last word you would like to say Kun John we have a big announcement tomorrow
We
which-
do have a big announcement.
so
for-
you have
for
to
our-
really come
Oh, we will. Yes, and we'll post it. We do have a fundraiser coming up. You can win lots and lots and lots of great prizes. Over $15,000 worth of prizes in there now. 40 prizes scattered across the top 200 places. And all you have to do is register, pay about $25, and then count your steps every day in September. And if you come in the top 200 of the number of people who register, you have a chance of winning one of 40 prizes, including some lovely hotel stays and a few other things. So please do join, and we will post more details later. We're just going to a few more things to do with the website, but registration is open now. We'll
is it
send you-
open now really
It is open now, yes,
wow
ready to go. So
well
we'll give you full details tomorrow.
all right so thank you so much for coming you guys and we'll see you guys next week bye bye
Bye.